Good morning. Today is July 3rd. This is our 2023 challenge. Our goal this month, one of them is for you to do a walk challenge, which involves 2 miles of walking every day. You can do that all at one time, or you could do 2 1-mile walks. You can do it as fast or as slow as you want. It doesn't matter. I know yesterday was my rest day, so I didn't want to be power walking or running those 2 miles. So I walked at an easier pace, and it was definitely warmer than what I've been used to, because I usually go out in the mornings and it's been, in the 60s, sometimes low 70s, but it was in the 80s yesterday afternoon when I went for walking. So I was a sweaty mess when I came back just from walking slowly. But I got it done, and I hit my step goal as well. So there's that. So I encourage you, get out there and walk 2 miles. Or if you want, you can do it on a treadmill or even in your house, because I know I have a 2-mile walk video where you walk in place and do side steps and crunches, or not crunches, knee lifts and kicks and kickbacks. So if you want to do that, you can look up that video. I can try and remember put a link in the comments or in the description of the video. Sorry, I am tired this morning and my brain doesn't want to work. The other thing we've been doing this month is it's going to be a wall sit. So find a wall and set a timer, or you can watch here, because I will let you know whether you've hit the beginner level time or the intermediate level time or the expert time. My goal is just definitely to hit the intermediate level time, but I have been striving to try and reach the expert level, because I felt like that is definitely a challenge for me, because day one it was already at a minute, and I'm like, well, I've done a 1-minute wall sit, but I have not done many wall sits, so I was not sure whether I'd be able to keep increasing that time or not, but we'll see, because I'm always willing to try and push myself a little bit more. So I do have my sneakers on today, because I'm hoping that will help grip the floor a little bit better. When you're doing it, make sure your back is against the wall, and you want to sit down to where your hips are at 90 degrees and your knees are at 90 degrees. You do not want your knees past your toes. You want them in line with your ankles. So you may need to move your feet a little bit after you sit, to try and get them to the right position at 90 degrees. So I am going to turn our timer on. That is on. Hopefully I'll be able to see that. So you want your hips there, 90 degrees, ankles, and I'm going to move that a little bit. There we go. Just because it looked like my knees were a little bit further than I wanted them to be. And if you sat at the same time that I did, we're coming up on the 30 seconds for the beginner. So there's your 30 seconds. So if you are a beginner at wall sitting, you just hit your goal. Great job. If you need to keep going, I know you're going to feel the burn on your quads. I definitely feel it. You want to make sure your heels are touching the floor. You don't want to be up on your toes. You want to be on your heels. At least like the entire part of your foot. But there's your 1 minute for the intermediate. I believe the intermediate was at 1 minute, if I can see it correctly. And then we are going for 1:30, which we are almost there today. So, and then you do not want to, once we hit that, we do not want to collapse into the ground. You want to stand back up. So we are almost there. Whoo, 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 whoo. My legs are. Alrighty, there we go. That was 1:30. I can stop the time. which wants to keep going. There we go. All right, so yes, 30 seconds was the time that you do a wall sit if you're a beginner. 1 minute is the intermediate, 1 minute 30 seconds was the expert. So, been able to do the expert level 3 days in a row now. Definitely feel it in your quads, but that's kind of what challenge is all about, is pushing, making your muscles stronger, making you stronger, and trying to teach you that you can do more than you think. Because I know I said the most I've ever done a wall sit, I believe, was a minute. I don't know if I've done a 2-minute wall sit. So this is very quickly, within the first week, going to be well beyond what I've ever been able to do with a wall sit, because I could probably count on one hand the number of times I have done a wall sit before this week. So, yeah, I think probably today that's probably 5, maybe 6, because I really have not done too many wall sits. So I'm excited to see what I'm going to be able to do, and I am already saying, there may be times that I have to stop at the intermediate level if my legs just are not going to want to do the expert level. I may try later in the day, like, hey, let's give this another shot. There's no harm in saying I couldn't do it then, but let's try later in the day and see if I can make it a little longer. So do what you can do. Hopefully you get your walk in, or you do your wall sit. Get in your water. That's an important goal you can have for this month as well. Hitting a step goal for this is how many steps I want to do every single day, whether that's 5,000 or 10,000 or somewhere in between, or 11,000 like my goal is. But the important thing is you're doing something every day to keep yourself active so you can stay healthy. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.